Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another reaction. Today, guys, I'm checking out Harley Quinn, the animated series, second episode from the first season, of course, entitled A High Bar. I believe that's the correct title. Let me double check to make sure. Yes, A High Bar. I was thinking, is it The High Bar or A High Bar? So I had to double check. So yeah, the first episode of Harley Quinn, the animated series, I uploaded that reaction. You guys really responded to that video saying, thank you so much for checking out this show. And I really enjoyed the episode. I really did. I had a great time with it. Of course, I had to get used to the fact that it was really violent at times and the language and everything. But at the same time, I see that shit all the time, so I got used to it quickly. But still, had to get used to it in terms of these characters and all that kind of stuff. But overall, I really enjoyed that episode. And I thought, you know what? I'll check out the second one. Now, this is not me saying I'm going to react to the entirety of Season 1 of Harley Quinn, the animated series. But it may end up happening. Who knows? If I find some time, and I haven't seen the next episode, maybe I'll react to it. Who knows? But as of right now, this is my reaction to the second episode. So I'm curious where we go from here, because we ended with Harley beating the shit out of a lot of Joker's people that he sent after her. Of course, when she showed up in a different outfit, and it killed some of those guys. And then it ended her walking away from leaving Joker there to not die, but to kind of, I guess, I forget. I think it was to witness the changes or something that she's going to be doing. I'm not really sure, but she left him alive for reasons. So, but I'm curious if we go from here, because that first episode had a lot. They did a lot to kind of set the world up and everything, but I'm really excited for whatever happens next. So here we go, guys. The second episode of Harley Quinn, the animated series. Let's go.
Your idle gossip distracts me from my master plan.
Oh my God.
Break the Batman. Punish Gotham for its transgression. How are you?
Fine. Why wouldn't I be?
Because Harley dumped you.
Yeah.
People are saying that Harley dumped me.
Surprise co-host. You know him as the Clown Prince of Crime. Let's give it up for the Joker.
Oh my gosh. Shit.
Get ready, America. Sorry, but that's all the time we have today, Howie. And speaking of time, yours is running out.
Come on, Batman.
If he wants to fuck with me in public, I will fuck right back.
Please do not do this.
Please do that shit.
I'm just gonna show those guys how awesome I'm doing without him. It'll be so fun. And you can
Is it gonna be fun?
use your cool love potion.
Okay. What are they doing there?
Bane, he decided to blow up Gotham Stadium during trivia night.
Oh, the Dallas Cowboys.
Incorrect. The Steelers have won the most games at Gotham Stadium.
I'm gonna blow up Gotham Stadium.
Fine, just don't beat him up.
I'm gonna blow up Gotham Stadium.
Say, Kite Man.
Oh my God, that kid.
Knock, knock. Who's there? It's me, Joker.
You will never guess who's at the
I will never guess. I love the Bane impression. That's great.
Other half of Two-Face.
Bane.
I'm going to blow up this bar mitzvah.
I love Bane.
On your left, where you can't.
Why don't you go find the crazy bitch table?
Spoiler, it's not a real table.
That was implied.
That was implied.
This gesture and tear up God. You know what? I don't need him. I'll sit with you guys. No.
Oh, no.
Let me ask you a personal question. Have you ever seen Gotham Central Park
From the sky.
from the sky? Yeah, you get it. Okay.
You don't have powers. You just have a kite like every kid in every park across the world. And she doesn't want to do a heist with you because you're stupid.
Do you think I'm stupid? I mean, don't you?
Don't you? Poor guy.
Maybe we could put a little sugar on that salty language, you know, for the kids. Sorry, Mrs. Cobblepot. Yeah, never
Mrs.
mind.
Cobblepot.
Dude, we gotta get
Wow.
Hell no. I'm not giving up. I gotta do it. They might not like me, but they will respect the shit out of me. All right, fine. Just go. Go steal the money. Just. My love potion?
I stole your juice.
Oh.
Kids. Hell yeah.
You're an idiot.
Ooh, you mispronounced genius.
No.
Oh my gosh. Oh, this. Damn.
We gotta get an antidote before these kids.
Oh my God. That is creepy.
Quick as,
It was when I realized it was my dream to become a crime lord. So today,
Oh my gosh, he gets his own hat. Force that dream.
Also known as Gotham Chuckle Hut's finest improvisers. And stealing that pair shoulder.
Oh.
Joshua Bucks?
Joshua Bucks.
Go, Josh.
Oh shit.
Oh my God. That got this.
Oh. You thought you were getting out.
You think this is gonna...
Antidotes.
Alright, it's Boogie. Kite Man? Oh no. I'm gonna need you to put your clothes back on because this was not a date.
Excuse me, if this wasn't a date, why'd you bring me back to your place?
For the antidote.
He's an idiot.
I thought that was just a line.
Why would I use
A line?
I don't know. I mean, why would you...
Uh-oh. What's happening?
Cut the song!
Just wait for this. Any last words before I kill your dumb, blonde, stupid, smelly,
That's too many adjectives.
Too many adjectives.
ass? Hey, Joshua. I bet there are a lot of things you've never done, like drunk a beer.
I drunk a beer, like, all the time. I always drunk beers.
I bet you still believe in Santa Claus.
I don't.
Messing with the kid.
I mean, when you're not talking and we're just kind of soaring majestically.
Soaring majestically.
you're
Good
not
word.
So bad.
Hell yeah.
I'm not ready. I told you we should have gotten him the dollhouse like he asked, Oswald. It's
What?
Not a dollhouse. It's an RV basement sound effects of real screams. And it's the only thing I wanted.
You're dead, Queen.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Hey, did you
Hey.
get it? I ain't admitting shit.
Boys.
I got Two-Face. I got Scarecrow.
I have.
Oh, dear God.
Oh dear God. Oh shit. I'm broke now. Working together. Mm. He's filming it.
Maybe Kite Man can help.
He can't help. Jesus.
Bane, why are you letting him talk to you like that? In fact, why did any of you let him talk to you like that? He doesn't even have powers. His only power is bullying you into doing
Yes.
what he wants.
Oh,
I
shit.
should
Is he
know.
turning them?
Give it to me for years.
Don't listen to her. Ivy, if you could just, move. So I can just kill your friend.
Absolutely, over my dead body.
Female friendships. Yep, coming over right now. Let's put a pin in this. You understand.
So we good to
He can just walk
leave now?
away.
Yeah, nothing more. We'll still be sexless nerds by the time the night is over, okay? And yeah.
Yep.
I'm still a little bit tree. Ah, fuck
bit
fuck off,
tree.
kid.
Fuck off, kid. There you have it, guys. Another great episode of Harley Quinn, the animated series. Of course, this was only episode 2, but I really like the direction they took with this episode. We had a lot more Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn interacting, of course, and they crashed this party that she thought that, the Legion of Doom was going to be there. They were, but it was for a bar mitzvah for Penguin's kid, and, of course, Joker showed up later, and Kite Man. I'm like, what? Like, okay, okay. And the guy's a complete idiot. Like, he's just so stupid. Like, oh, I thought that, because he got naked, got in Poison Ivy's bed, and like, okay, it's time to have sex. And she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, well, you brought me back to your apartment because to get the antidote. And he's like, no, I thought this was a line. A line? You saw the kids turning into trees based off, because you stole her, her little, like, what was it, like a pheromone or whatever, like it was in a bottle. He took it and used it, like, and then he's just an idiot. He's just an idiot. He's like, he can't do anything. Bane kicked the shit out of him. I think Bane is seriously one of my favorite characters, even though this is the first time we see him. I don't think he was in the first episode. And it's an impersonation of Bane from The Dark Knight Rises. That's the best part about it. He's just like, what do you mean? Like, just it's a bad impression, but it's funny as hell. I like that we got to see more villains in this episode. Obviously, we saw a couple throughout the first episode, but what I like about this is that we saw even more. We had Scarecrow, Two-Face, Bane, I think we even saw Man-Bat at one point as well. I think, yeah, and then, yeah, I'm trying to think of all the people we saw. Penguin, of course, and Miss Cobblepot. So his wife was, like, I never thought about him having a wife, but now that since his kid's having a bar mitzvah and his wife is in on it. It's not like she's clueless or not realizing that Penguin's a crime lord or a drug lord or whatever. But she's like the nice mom, even though she's a part of all this craziness. I don't know. I expect the Batman to show up because they kept mentioning, well, what if Batman shows up? And she's like, I'll kill him. I was like, no, you won't. But I thought he'd pop up. But I guess it's like where story-wise, if it makes sense, he'll show up. But I guess in this instance, we didn't because she's trying to find all the ways to get back at Joker because she wants to prove herself. Because the whole point of the first episode, and even brought it back again and again and again in this episode, is Joker saying to her, you're a sidekick. You're not a main villain. And she wants so bad to get into the Legion of Doom. That is her goal. That is her mission. And so far, not happening. So far, not so good. But I think it's overall pretty good. I like the humor in this episode as well. I think Bane definitely was a highlight in terms of the humor. I think it was also funny as hell when Kite Man like opened his kite. I think it was the same kid, not twice back from it. Just small little bits like that. I think Howie Mandel also did that voice. I think that was him. Like it was like, is that an impression of Howie Mandel? Like, I don't think it is. I think they actually got Howie Mandel to come in and do that voiceover real quick. But I'm guessing that's going to be kind of the whole. Maybe it won't be the entire season, but it feels like it's going to be a lot of the season is going to be Harley and Joker constantly fighting because they could have easily found a way to kind of end that. But I guess the whole point of her stepping out from under him and trying to be her own main villain, not a sidekick as he keeps throwing at her, is to get back at him for what he's done. And that speech she gave about he has no powers, he's just a bully. That's what he does. And he was bullying throughout the whole entire episode to all the other villains. And it was kind of weird at first seeing the Legion of Doom lair and how they're all getting coffee in like a little kitchen area, and then Joker comes like, morning, and he gets coffee. It's like, okay. Like, when you think about the Legion of Doom and they're meeting at, the Legion of Doom headquarters, and you see that opening shot, I don't think about them all getting coffee in, like, a break room or whatever. Like, that's what was happening. It's just, I don't know. I guess, like, tone-wise, they're kind of, like, showing villains doing things and just showing characters doing things they're normally not doing. And, that's kind of how they want to separate out and kind of showing them in their everyday lives. Because when you think of villains in Gotham and villains, when they go to fight Batman, you don't see them at home doing something. You don't see them going to a store or hanging out in a break room getting coffee, talking to other villains. It's just something that just doesn't happen in the comics. It's something that you just don't really see that. So they really pushed on that aspect of having them in these weird situations. Harley kicking the crap out of that group of those cops, essentially, but they're not really cops. They were there to kind of pretend to be, taken down by Cobblepot's son. She kicked the shit out of those guys. As expected, she kicked the shit out of them. Poison Ivy, once again, I think was a standout character as well. I like her attitude. I like how she's completely different than Harley for the most part in terms of tone and mood. But overall, I feel like that this show is a good balance of some pretty funny storytelling, some pretty hard-hitting violence, and overall just keeping you on your toes in terms of like how far are they going to push some of these jokes, because the whole thing about that kid finger blasting girl, like what the fuck? Like, okay. And they brought it back. There was a reason why it was brought up when Harley went to that table of kids, is because the son lied. He didn't actually ever do that. And Harley did a pretty good job at really fucking with that kid. Just like having him to where he can't shoot her. I thought she would have easily found a way to break. And then when she did the flip to break out, the chair broke, but it wasn't in a cool fashion. Like, I thought it would be a lot cooler. I just go back to the fact that Bane's fucking hilarious. I just love the fact that it's a bad impersonation of Bane from Dark Knight Rises. Like, that's the best part of the whole thing. It really is. So, overall, pretty good. I really liked it. I'm not sure what I liked more, the first or the second episode, but I think that the second episode did a good job of continuing kind of what we set up in the first episode and introducing more characters, kind of getting us used to, getting more used to the world. But I'm really excited to see where we go from here. So there you have it, guys. That's the second episode. What did you guys think of this episode? Let me know in the comment section below, guys. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.